Welcome to Hurricane Insight, your trusted eye on the storm. I'm Zachary covering major weather events across the Northern Atlantic and the Eastern Pacific. Today, our main focus is Hurricane Melissa as it nears Jamaica. So let's dive right into it. As we look at our satellite imagery model sent to us by weather nerds, you can see Melissa, which is a hurricane gathering concentrated clouds and thunderstorms. This purple and white is very concentrated around the center, which means stronger winds or are in the centerpiece of Melissa. Now, as we look at our cones from Melissa, we can see that the cone takes Melissa a southern track, then takes it off to the north and to the east over Jamaica, making exact landfall over Jamaica by Tuesday as a 150 miles per hour category 4 hurricane. And as it moves along the coast of Cuba and the southern and central Bahamas as we get into the later portion of next week. So if you live in any of those areas, be prepared and closely monitor the progress of the system. Let's look at the time of arrival of winds. We can see by Saturday night into Sunday early morning, winds will start to come in for Hurricane Melissa for Jamaica. And when we get into Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we can see winds coming in for Cuba, the Dominican Republic, Haiti, and the Bahamas. The rain forecast. About 30 to 20 inches of rain is possible for Jamaica and Haiti as Melissa moves off to the west southwest at 1 miles per hour right now. Our wind probabilities anywhere from Abaco down to the Dominican Republic has a 10% chance of generation, and as we get closer to the center, Jamaica has a 90% chance of tropical storm force winds. The southern Bahamas has about 60 to 70% chance of tropical storm force winds, and same for Cuba. Let's look at our key messages for the system. Key message for Tropical Storm Melissa. Jamaica. Melissa's storm movement will bring a multi-day period of damaging winds and heavy rainfall beginning tonight, likely causing catastrophic flash flooding, numerous landslides, extensive infrastructural damage, long duration power and communication outages, and potentially prolonged isolation of communities. A life-threatening storm surge is also likely along portions of the southern coast early next week. All preparations should be completed today. Haiti. Catastrophic and life-threatening flash flooding and landslides are expected across southwestern Haiti into early next week, likely causing extensive infrastructural damage and potentially prolonged isolation of communities. Strong winds could also potentially last for a day or more over the Maroon Peninsula. Dominican Republic. Heavy rainfall could reduce potentially catastrophic flash flooding and numerous landslides in southern regions. Eastern Cuba, southeast Bahamas, and Turks and Caicos. Monitor Melissa closely. There's an increase in risk of a significant storm surge, damaging winds, and heavy rainfall by the middle of next week. In eastern Cuba, the risk of life-threatening flash flooding and landslides is increasing. So anywhere from Jamaica to the Turks and Caicos, please watch the system, as the system will be a powerful system even at the end of next week. It'll be packing winds of about 110 miles per hour as it reaches the Bahamas. Not a major hurricane, but it's on the doorstep of a major hurricane as a category 2 hurricane. Look at our GFS model. We can see the cone predicts it very well. Melissa goes over Jamaica, southern tip of Cuba, and into the southeastern islands of Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos, and off to the north. As as your preparations should be already done for Melissa in Jamaica, stay safe. And if you see water on the roads right now, if you're driving, turn around, don't drown. Storm surge can go up to 12 feet as Melissa will be a very powerful hurricane. And as I see surface temperatures, we see around Jamaica and Hispaniola 31 degrees and 30 degrees Celsius temperatures. That is plenty warm for a major hurricane to form, which is going to fuel Melissa into becoming that strong category 4, borderline category 5 hurricane as it moves off to the west southwest and into Jamaica. And as it goes along Cuba, it's expected to weaken because Cuba has the mountainous terrain But the warm waters of the Bahamas could make it strengthen again, but the Bahamas waters are not as warm as they used to be, as Tropical Storm Imelda used to have some of the waters around Andros and New Providence. The southern Bahamas is still not as warm either as it normally is. It's just about 30 degrees Celsius, as it was as we get into the cooler month periods. As you can see, the jet stream is getting cooler as we get into October and to November. And that's going to do it all for today. And remember, stay safe, stay alert, and monitor the progress of the system. Deuces.